Hey guys, this is Mr. Lee again. We just had our Google Meet and I realized I recorded it and then I got off of it, so it deleted it. So I wanted to go ahead and just kind of briefly go over what we talked about in our Google Meet. Um, I do plan on recording at least two of our Google Meets a week. Just so you know, I don't think necessarily we'll record um, your screen as much as it does record mine. And so I'm sharing that with you uh, just up front. But I do want to just kind of explain. We went over this, but I do want to refresh you on what you need to be looking out for. Every week on Mondays, you will have, if you go to our team website, official website, um, you know, go to our official website, click on staff, go down to sixth grade. That would be for us. All of our websites are basically the same. They're all linked the same. So you can click on any of them. It takes you to this Blue Crew team site. Now, we've known this since the beginning of the year. Some of you, you don't necessarily need a reason to get on it, most of you, but now that we've been out, this is where all your information is going to come from. So this will give you some information on the home screen. Um, we each have our own individual tabs, but our team information is where you're going to find most of your information. Um, this week, this week's learning schedule, obviously this will change week to week, but for this week, the 20th through the 24th is what we've been working on. If you click that link, it opens this up. And I read this to the students, but I'll go ahead and read it again for y'all. Dear students and parents, on April 7th, the district published grading criteria for e-learning. This statement is here. And now it goes, if you want to click on that, you can. It take you a little bit more step by step of how they're going to be grading. But the emphasis for the fourth quarter is participation and engagement. And what does that mean? That means that it's imperative that students are reaching out to and interacting with each of their teachers for attendance purposes. If you communicate with one of your Blue Crew teachers, you are credited for communicating with all. Now, that's just general communication. That's not for grades. But if you reach out to me, you've reached out for the week, I'll let everybody know. But for grading purposes, individual communication with each teacher will be needed to meet the expectations. So all Blue Crew teachers have regularly scheduled Google Meets. Um, I messed up. For grading purposes, individual communication with each teacher will be needed to meet the expectation. All Blue Crew teachers have regularly scheduled Google Meets. See the schedule on the next slide. With help, meet the criteria. Other forms of participation and engagement include emails, phone calls, or numbers are here. Texting with the Remind app. If you haven't signed in, your parents haven't signed in, they can sign in here, and you'll get reminds, or you can contact me through that. And of course, completing your work to the best of your ability. None of us intended the sixth grade year to go this way or to end this way for but it did. So we are adjusting and doing the best we can, right? Please let us know how we can help you meet the expectations below as successful as possible. Now, if you'll click on every time you look in on each week, you click on Google Hangouts. This gives you our daily schedule. Social studies 8:35 to 9 every day. You'll have your Google Meet. ELA GT has theirs Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 to 10:30. ELA Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 10:30. You're just the general ELA. Math is from 11:30 to 12. Um, and then, well, I'm sure you know what that is there. Science is 1 to 1:30, and then STEAM is 2 to 2:30 every day. So we sometimes will do instruction as far as new content. Sometimes it's just touching base and see if you have any questions. And that'll kind of go day to day and what we've been doing in our science if you've met with me. And then each individual day is broken down. So for instance, Monday, April 20th, core classes virtual learning schedule. You'll have each individual social studies, ELA, math, science, and STEAM. All of their information will be here. Most of it is linked into the actual thing. And then you have an opportunity to email a teacher. If you have any questions, you can click on the little link over here. And this kind of gives you our virtual office hours. Mine's 1 to 1:30. But really, you can contact me by email pretty much any time of the day. Some of you know, I mean, so I've had a couple kids email me at 10 o'clock at night. And honestly, if I'm sitting there doing nothing, I'm going to, if I can answer your question, I'm going to. I have no problem with that. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and then today is what we were talking about. I had several students have questions on this one. So for science, you read the questions on the worksheet before you watch the video. Now, the worksheet, I'll show you where that's at. Watch the video. How can I program a mushroom to create leather-like materials? Now, if you click on that, it's a link that will take you directly to the video that you're going to be watching. And you click play, it should play. Now, the worksheet that you're going to need to answer while watching this is in your Google Classroom. So for instance, I've left up fifth period here for me, but you'll notice that when you go into Google Classroom, this is what mainly most of you see. You'll see this screen. But up at the top, you have stream, classwork, people, and grades. If you click on classwork, this will take you to a tab where all of your assignments are up posted. I will try to link in any videos into that I can. This particular assignment, I didn't have the video link before I created the assignment, so that's why it's not attached together. But you'll notice that it is labeled worksheet 423. If you click on it, you'll have to make your own copy, or it should actually have your own copy. It's how can you program a mushroom to create leather-like materials? Number one, explain why Philip Ross describes fungus as programmable. So that's one of the questions you're going to be looking for when you're watching the video, right? So you'll work your way through that, all the way through 8, answering all of those, and then you'll submit that. And on your screen, you'll have a submit button after you've done it all the questions, you've answered all of them, and then you'll be able to submit it. But you'll do that for each of your classwork, each of the assignments. So like for tomorrow, for instance, you have 2 ed puzzles due tomorrow. You'll click on the link for them. Now, the one thing in ed puzzle we figured out, I had a couple of students had this problem. With ed puzzle, you have to be signed in with Google, your school Google account in YouTube. Because a lot of these videos are pulled directly from YouTube through ed puzzle. And so if you have your personal YouTube, some of you will have a personal account. If you have that signed in, when you go into Edpuzzle, it's going to say that the video is blocked and it won't let you play it. And it's because it's not. They use filters for obvious reasons, and so if you're signed in with your personal account, it won't allow it to go through. So if you'll sign in with your school account in YouTube, sometimes you have to sign out, make sure which one signed in, sign back in with your school account, then go back into Edpuzzle. It should work perfect. And again, you'll click on Edpuzzle, you'll click on the video link, you'll watch the video, and you'll answer the questions that follow like anytime we've done Edpuzzle. And so you'll have 2 of those for tomorrow. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I had one student reach out saying that she wanted to do like a FaceTime thing. I can do that, not a problem, as long as it's before 5 o'clock. Or again, I have my meetings from 1 to 1:30, and like I said, I'm going to try to record some of them. Today's didn't work, so I did a screencastify, and I'm going to put a link up on this actual video if you need to watch it later on. But anyway, guys, I really do miss you all, and I really wish we could have went back to school, but it ended the way it ended. So we're doing the best we can on our end, and I know you're doing really well, or doing the best you can on your end. But I just want to say thank you, and have a good day.